Hello again, you guys. It's Carly from the Poetry of Nice, and I have my weekly sales update video for you all. So if you're new here, this is basically 1 week's worth of sales. This will be April the 22nd through to the 28th, and this is on all 3 platforms that I currently sell on. That is Etsy, Poshmark, and eBay. And what I do in these videos is I show you what has sold. Obviously, this week, I let you know where I picked it up originally, how much I paid for the item originally, and of course, how much the buyer paid for it when they bought it from me. And at the end of the video, if you stay tuned, I will let you know all of my numbers for this week. So that's going to be everything from like my gross sales number to my cost of goods, how much I paid for everything collectively, how much I paid in fees on these platforms roughly, and of course my net profit for the week. Okay, so let's just dive in. So Etsy, first of all, 2 sales on Etsy this week. This vintage Florida Pop mug. I thought this was so cool. I loved this. I kind of wanted to keep it, but I have nowhere to put it, so I didn't. But I really liked it. It was made in Korea, I guess. That's the only information I had. There was no brand or anything. It was just a cool kind of graphic mug, whatever. And this sold for $16.95, and I paid 10 cents for this at a rummage sale originally. And by the way, buyers do pay shipping on my items. Occasionally I do free shipping on eBay, and I will let you know if something has free shipping and that I had to pay for that. And also on Poshmark, occasionally I get sales through my offer to likers when I send out offers to buyers. And in that case, some of these items may have like a shipping incentive that I pay attached to them, which is $1.80. So please just bear that in mind for the sake of transparency with some of these items. But anyway, let's crack on. So this shirt was no particular brand, just vintage southwestern print, and it had like denim sleeves. I just thought it was kind of a cool like 90s vibe piece. Paid $2 at a thrift store at a 50% off sale, and it sold for $24.95, and of course by paying shipping as well. Okay, and on to Poshmark. A couple of bundles as well this week. So this item, first of all, was Mason Scotch. Here is the tag, because I know that's super useful to a lot of people. And this was on the back of the neck as well, if that helps. I paid $4 for this at a thrift store, and quite frankly, I would again, because it's a really good brand. I don't know if it was just the piece or what it was. It took a really long time to sell, and usually they go for quite a lot higher. I think I had this listed around $40 originally, then dropped it steadily. Eventually, someone sent me a best offer of $24, so I went ahead and took that. All right, the next is a bundle, so it was 2 items, I believe. This pair of Madewell Rail Straight jeans, and of course I will show you the tag on this as well. She says, there we go. This is what obviously the Madewell looks like here, and then your style is usually right there on the inside of the waistband. So the bundle was those Madewell straight jeans and this Leaf Notes, I want to say, which is an Anthropologie brand. Okay, and the tag is down here. This was a dress, like a faux wrap with a tie waist, blush pink and maroon. Very pretty, nice career wear, she says as she waits for the... There we go. So this is what it looks like. And of course, you can identify an Anthropologie piece, usually using the RN number, which is 66170, which is also for Free People and Urban Outfitters. So make sure you research your brand so you know exactly which one of those it comes from. So those 2 items together, they bundled them and sent a best offer of $50, which I happily accepted. And my total cost of goods for both of those items together was $5.66. Next item, these were listed for less than a week. I picked them up at my last rummage sale that I did, like my last haul video. I think it was like my low cost of goods rummage sale. I'll go ahead and link it in the cards in case you're interested. So I actually ended up paying 40 cents for these shoes. And they were Salvatore Ferragamos. I will try and show you what that looks like as well. You can kind of see best here, I think, on the sole, but also inside. The brand, it was the Sport line or something, which actually seemed to sell a little bit better than the normal line, at least on the comps. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I was quite happy when I looked at the comps. I listed these for $60. I sent out a best offer of $50, and obviously that $1.80 credit towards shipping as well. And within just a couple of days of listing, someone went ahead and took that. So these sold for $50 plus that shipping credit. And like I said, 40 cents. So I'm really happy with that sale. Nice, quick, good flip. This I've had for quite a while with a lot of likes and things on it. I pick up a lot of these vintage swim pieces, especially the ones that are like built-in one pieces with either like the swim dress or the swim shorts built in. This was just like a very sort of basic 90s piece. These were shorts here, but or like I think it was under, maybe it was a one piece underneath, and then it had like a flared skirt. It was there, yes, there we go, nailed it. So that's what this one was. But I picked them up in this kind of modest style whenever I can, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so nothing special about the brand, just a vintage piece, swim dress, and it sold for $19, and I paid 50 cents at a rummage sale. And this is definitely time of year when this these kind of things start moving, so that's good. These Free People jeans ended up being $3 at the thrift store as my average cost of goods that day of thrifting. I took a best offer of $21. Another Leaf Notes, whatever you want to say, piece. So same brand, still Anthropology. This was obviously just a little blouse. It was like an eyelet cutout. It was pink with these orange stitch details. I paid 50 cents for this at a rummage sale, and it sold for $16. The next two are bundled as well. They are two Victoria's Secret bras. So this one was the nude no wire bra, I think was the name of that one. And then this one was the uplift semi-demi bra. Both the same size, obviously went to the same buyer. They bundled them together. They were $20 a piece. They offered me $30 for both of them. Happy to accept. My total cost of goods that I had in those two bras was $4.32. This piece was kind of interesting. So I paid $1 for this at a rummage sale way back in either October, November. So it's been a while. It was a really neat piece. The comps look great. I'm fairly happy with my photographs, I have to say. Like, they may not be perfect, but they certainly show off the garment. They look clean, they look light, all that kind of stuff. So I didn't really want to redo them. This has been a host pick, like for parties, at least twice, if not 3 times. Loads of likes, loads of interest on eBay and Poshmark. Just couldn't move it. It was the newer J. Crew, like size 8. It had everything going for it. I just could not move it. So eventually someone came along and offered me $27. I think I had it listed for around $50. And I kept fluctuating between $40 and $50. I relisted all that kind of stuff, just no bites. So someone offered me $27. I paid $1 originally, like I said. So I went ahead and took it because, you know, that time's ticking. This is a Talbot's piece. I did take a best offer of $10 on this. I think this was in my 40 cents haul, if I remember correctly. It was a cute pineapple print, which is where I grabbed it, and a size 16. Unfortunately, when I got it home, it did have some light marks on it that I just had missed. And with it being a white skirt, obviously, that's not ideal. So I took the best offer of $10 and was happy to do that. Got a few dollars profit and moved it very quickly within just a few days of listing. This piece I've had listed for a very long time, over a year at this point. I'm not familiar with the brand Margaret Godfrey. I basically picked it up because it was a suede leather, and you could it was one of those leathers where you can see the grain and stuff like that. It's a very good quality blazer. So I went ahead and grabbed it. I think I paid about 50 cents at my normal rummage sale for that, like my monthly one. And eventually someone came along and bought it outright for $25, which I'm more than happy with. I don't know that I would pick that up again, even though it's, you know, a great fabric content and a nice classic piece. It just took forever to sell. And this was in my 40 cents rummage sale as well. I took a best offer of $10. It's just a basic graphic t-shirt, as you can see, AC/DC. I probably could have held out for a little bit more, but the brand, Rockwear Anthill Trading, let me go ahead and show you that label just so you know what I'm talking about. That was not a particularly wonderful brand. Like, the comps and stuff were not amazing. It was an XXL, but that was like a junior size, I believe, which I noted in the listing. So someone came and offered $10, and again, 40 cents. I was happy to take it. Nice quick flip. This piece I've had for a long time, but I knew that I would because, you know, it's a very specific piece, waiting for a very specific buyer. It's vintage, 1970s. I think it was potentially handmade. There was no size tag or anything inside. And this necktie was actually separate. It was just part of the, like, ensemble, if you will. Like, you can see here what it looks like without, with the high neckline. And the person already received it, left great feedback. They're happy with it. And I loved it. I love to rescue these sort of, like, older pieces, but they do tend to sit for a while waiting for that perfect buyer, and I'm glad they found it. So it was 50 cents at a rummage sale, $25 plus shipping is what it sold for. And then this was also from my 40-cent rummage sale. I was not familiar with the brand. It was just interesting to me. When I picked it up, I knew that it was obviously text all over, and so I had an idea that this is probably, you know, a book, a novel. And then the brand, when I checked it, kind of confirmed that it was lithograph, however you want to say it. It was a size large. I looked at the company. You can buy these t-shirts still for $35 online. I just took, like, when I looked at the text, there was like a name in there or a city or something like that. So I just went ahead and Googled like that, a novel, and it was Sense and Sensibility. So there you go. Mystery solved. And so I was able to list it correctly. And this sold in about a day to a day and a half of listing for the $20 that you see there. So not bad at all for 40 cents. Right, and on to eBay for the week. She says, there we go. Okay, so this North Face t-shirt, just very basic. I actually ummed and ahed about picking this up. I paid technically 50 cents for it, but on my haul, over the average of the entire day, everything evened out to $1.20. So I'm going to call this $1.20 as my cost of goods. Someone sent me best offer of $11.50 plus the shipping, and I went ahead and took that because North Face, like just plain old graphic t-shirts, don't really go for too much, but I still made a few dollars, and it was nice and quick. I think it was listed for about a month. That was it, and super easy to photograph and list. So happy enough with that. Don't think I would pay more than that, I have to say. This wallet got loads of attention. I was really surprised. I picked this up at a rummage sale last month, I think it was, like towards the beginning of the month, maybe. And I picked it up just because I thought it was cool. It was no particular brand. It was vintage cowhide, and then it was like this kind of accordion style, lots and lots of like distressing to it, right? You can see it all there. But really interesting. It had loads and loads of character to it. I really, really liked it. And it was kind of oversized as well. So I went ahead and grabbed it. It worked out at $2.16 for this. And someone sent me a best offer of $20, and I went ahead and took it. But like I said, it got loads of attention on both eBay and Poshmark. So I was quite surprised. So I might keep my eyes peeled for those kind of things as I move forward. I took best offer of $15 on this polo Ralph Lauren men's polo shirt. Absolutely nothing special about this, just pretty darn standard. Yeah, $15. Paid 50 cents at a rummage sale. They did pay shipping. This is something I would not buy again. I bought a few of these and I did not have good luck. So it's Talbot's Irish Linen Blazers, which I feel like you can find a lot. This is what the kind of tags look like and whatnot. Yeah, it just sat and sat and sat. I've sold a few of them for like under $20, probably more like the $15 mark. But this one I've had way over a year at this point. Someone sent me a best offer of $7.99 plus the shipping. And I took it and ran. So, and this cost me 50 cents, but still, it's just been in my inventory way too long. Vintage Panama City Beach. I guess it was a snapback. Yes, snapback fastening hat. Nothing else special about it, just a, touristy vintage hat. 25 cents is what I paid for this. Someone sent me a best offer of 15 plus shipping. This was a good sell, and I would absolutely have my eyes on stocks for this brand again. I really enjoy the pieces. I think they're beautiful. I really liked just photographing it and working with it. It was lovely. It was a pretty darn fast sale. It was probably within about 3 to 4 weeks it sold, and I took best offer of $60. This cost me $2.16 from one of my rummage sales. It was Citron Santa Monica. They tend to do these like silk, I think they have a lot of like the Asian-inspired prints and whatever, but they're really, really beautiful pieces. That's what the tag looks like right there. It's first time finding this brand, though I had heard of it before, and I'm really glad, and I would definitely pick it up again. $60 is a lovely little profit there. This I would not necessarily pick up again. So Umji, however you want to say it. I'm not good with my pronunciations, can you tell? There we go. That's what the tag looks like. The mystery solved there. I do not always pick up this brand. I tend to pick it up if it is like super like boho current style, and only if it's really, really low cost of goods. Otherwise, not at all. I paid $1 for this, but it sat for a year at this point, and I took a best offer of $8.99 plus shipping. So I think it was a style issue, just not super on trend, this kind of style with like the bow and stuff at the front. But yes, I would definitely think a little harder moving forward. This is my first time finding Robert Graham. This was actually a women's shirt. Robert Graham is famous for the flip cuffs, like the contrasting flip cuffs there. This is what the tag looked like. It was a size 12, super nice piece. It had like cute metal buttons and all that kind of stuff. I paid $2.16 and it sold for $26.99 plus shipping. That sold within about 3 or 4 weeks as well. Matilda Jane. I think I paid $2.16 for this. I got confused over this one in terms of where I picked it up. It was either $2.16 or it may have been just a little bit more at a thrift store. I kind of couldn't place it when it finally came to to do this video. Regardless, it sold for $31 plus the shipping, and I will say it was a linen blend, and I had lots and lots of interest on this, both on eBay and on Poshmark again. So this is definitely a brand that I would recommend cross-posting. Matilda Jane. This Calvin Klein piece I picked up at my last rummage sale, that last video again, for 40 cents. And I picked it up because it was a 1X, and it was, you know, fairly cute design with that kind of ombre red to black there. And it sold for $19.99, which is not bad at all, plus the shipping. And that sold within about a week as well, probably a little bit less. This Prana t-shirt, I'll show you this tag as well. There we go. That is like the slightly newer version of the tag, like as opposed to the old one, if that makes sense. Size large. Got quite a few Prana pieces at this rummage sale. This was $2.16. If you go down to this little tag I'm showing you here, underneath there'll be an even smaller tag, and there'll usually be a style name or number, one of those two things there, so you can go ahead and find out what it's called. That's how I found out it was the Clio T. And I took best offer on this. No, I didn't. It sold for the sales price you see there of $22.49 plus the shipping. And that's kind of like a yoga, kind of like athleisure brand, in case you're wondering. This was a shot in the dark. I paid around $1, probably more like 75 cents for this big old chunk of fabric. It did have some marks on it here and there. Didn't have a brand to it. I just really, really liked the print. It was definitely older. I think this, no, it wasn't a estate sale, it was a rummage sale, but it was one of the rummage sales I go to where it's a very much older congregation, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So usually I find all of my best vintage pieces at that particular rummage sale, essentially. So this was the print, very cute, like farmhouse homestead type print, you know, with like canning and jarring and all that kind of stuff. And someone came along and sent me best offer of $43 plus shipping. Like I said, it was like 75 cents to $1 is what I had in it. So I was very happy to pass that on to someone who can hopefully do something wonderful with it. And the last piece that I have to show you is this Coldwater Creek. I don't think I showed this last video. I hope I didn't. Coldwater Creek sky blue pleated front bamboo blend shirt with like a, you know, that pleated detail on the front and the back. 50 cents at a rummage sale. And someone bought it for $19.99, like you see there. And this did have free shipping, but was about $3.25 or so to ship. All right, here come my numbers. So gross sales were $670.84. My cost of goods for every single item that you saw here was $39.83, which actually works out as, like, from my gross or whatever, only 5.9% of my gross sales was how much I had into the actual inventory. So it's such a nice low cost of goods, meaning there's so much room there for like negotiation, taking offers, making offers, and just general profit. So that's nice. The fees that I have down here, I usually just go ahead and round up to 20% of my gross sales. Sorry, my dog's shaking in the background. 20% of my gross sales, because that's what Poshmark is. eBay kind of creeps close to that when you include eBay and PayPal, and then, like, you know, having an eBay store and those kind of things all together. Etsy's a little bit less, but for the sake of consistency and just being super transparent, I call it 20%, is $134.17. So that and the one free shipping I had comes out to roughly a net profit this week of $493.84. So yes, a pretty good week. I'm not too mad at that at all, I have to say. I'm happy with that. Again, if you're new here, I work around 1 to 2, sometimes pushing 2.5 hours a day while being a stay-at-home parent. So it's very convenient for me. It fits into my schedule. It's not overkill too much in terms of how much I have to put into it. So it's a really nice, you know, little profit there at the end of each and every week for, quite frankly, not too many hours. And if I'm really honest, I love it. I enjoy it. So that's a bonus as well. All right, you guys, let me know how your sales are going as well. Let me know how your sourcing is going. Any questions at all, or you just want to say hello, please do pop that down in the comments and I will answer what I can or just say hello back. And really enjoying getting to know everybody. So thank you to everybody who's kind of like chit-chatting in the comments. That's been really, really nice recently. And if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed yet, please do think about hitting that subscribe button down below, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye, you guys, and have an amazing week.